The following video is my tutorial on how to set up my ultimate Blender procedural material pack as an asset library into Blender. And when you purchase my ultimate Blender procedural material pack, you will get the following video as a download in the product files. Or you can also just watch the tutorial here on how to set up my ultimate procedural material pack as a material library into Blender. And if you'd like to watch the trailer video, I will have a link in the description to the product trailer video, and I will also have links in the description to where you can purchase the asset pack on my Gumroad store and the Blender Market. So I hope the video is helpful, and thank you for watching. In this tutorial, I will show you how to set up my ultimate Blender procedural material pack as an asset library into Blender so that you can access all of the materials in your projects. And I will also show you how to update the product when there is a new update with more materials. So step 1 is to download the product files from whichever website you purchased the material pack from. And there will be 3 files available for download in the product files. So the first file is a zip file containing all of my procedural material packs, which include the original 3D models for the materials. So what I'm going to do is right click on the zip file, and then I can just click extract here. And if you're unfamiliar with my file browser, that is because I use the Linux Mint operating system, but this should work exactly the same on Windows or Mac. So just extract the zip file, and then if you want to, you can delete this zip file if you want to. So you can now go into the extracted folder, and there's going to be all of the procedural material packs. And you'll also get these HDR files, and these are just the HDR files that I use to light these 3D scenes. And then you'll also get another folder with the thumbnail images, and these are just all of the images for each material that has been set up as an asset in the material library. So the next file is a zip file with the Ultimate Blender procedural material pack. And also it's going to have the version name in the zip file. So I can just right click and then I can just extract here. And then if you want to, you can delete the zip file or just leave it here. And so we can now go into the new folder. So in this folder, you're going to get the Ultimate procedural material pack Blender file. And again, you can see it's going to have a name there for the version. And every time the material pack is updated, I will add a new version number, and that way you can keep track of your version. So this is the file with all of the assets used in the asset browser. Now this next file here, this is just a text file which the Blender file uses to organize all of the asset catalogs. So just make sure that this file is always located in the same folder with the procedural material pack. So I'm just going to open up this file now. So I've just added an icosphere, and I can go into rendered mode just to preview the material. And then right over here, we have the asset browser with all of the assets. And right here, you can see here's all the catalogs. And then right over here, I have the shader editor, and I've just added the damaged metal because I think this is one of the coolest materials. And so there's some different options here, like the scale and the different colors and a bunch more settings. So I'm just going to close this Blender file. And then the last file that you'll get is this video tutorial, which you're watching now, on how to set up the asset library in Blender. And I haven't actually finished creating the video yet, so just for now I have this empty text file as an example. So the next thing that we need to do is place this file somewhere on our computer where we want to store it long term. Because if we set up the asset library and then move this folder, then Blender won't know where the assets are stored. But if for some reason you do want to move it, that's totally fine. You can move the folder later, and you'll just have to reset up where the assets are located. So I'm just going to right click on this folder, and I will cut it, and then I can move it somewhere else on my computer. So just as an example, I've created a new folder called desktop, and then another folder on the desktop called Blender files. So I'm just going to go in here, I can right click, and then I can just click on paste and paste the folder. Alright, so we can now jump into Blender and set up the asset library. So in a new scene in Blender, you can click right here on edit, and then you can open up Blender's preferences. And then you just want to click right down here on file paths. And you can see down here on the bottom, there is a tab for asset libraries. And I've already added some other asset libraries into my Blender preferences, but you can just ignore these. What you need to do is just click on the plus icon here to add the Ultimate Material Asset Library. And you can just locate to the folder where you've placed the Material Assets Blender file. And then I can just go into the Ultimate Material Pack folder. Now you can't see the files here, but they are there. There's the text file with the catalog data, and then also the blend file. And I can click on Add Asset Library. And then right here, it's going to add it, and you can just rename this to whatever you want. And then what's also really important important is to click on the Save Preferences button, and that way Blender will save the preferences for your other Blender projects. And if you don't see the Save Preferences button, that might be because the Auto Save Preferences is already turned on, and so in that case it'll auto save the preferences. And now I can just close the user preferences. So it's now set up so we can just open up the asset browser to access all of the materials. So what you can do is click right up here in the corner of any window when the crosshair appears, and you can click and drag over to split the window. And then right here you can click on this to change the editor type, and you can open up the asset browser. And then you want to click on current file, and these are the other asset libraries that I've added, but you can see there is the ultimate procedural materials. So I will just click on this to access all the materials. And you can see here all the materials, and then there's all of the different catalogs. And because we saved the user preferences, you can open this up in any Blender project and access all the materials to use in your project. So just as an example, I've added in these monkey heads here, and then I also added in some HDRI lighting. So then what you can do is you can just click and drag, and you can drop the material onto the objects. Now to edit the material preferences, we also need to open up the shader editor. So what I'm going to do is click right down here when the crosshair appears, and I can split the window. So then right here, I'm going to click right up here to change the editor type, and I can just change this to the shader editor. And then you can just select the object which has the material, and you can see here is the custom node with all the different settings. And finally, I'll show you what to do if there is a new update with new materials. So you can see there's now been a new update, and so the version is 0.0.2. So what you can do is again just download the zip file, and then you can just extract the folder. Then what you can do is just right click on the folder, and you can click on cut. And then you just need to locate to the folder where you have the old assets. So I'm going to go to my desktop, Blender files, and then you can see here is the procedural material pack, but this is version 0.0.1. So I can just delete this folder, or I can just move it to the trash, and then I can just right click here, and I can click on paste, and I can paste the new folder. So this is now the updated version. Now if I open up Blender again and open up the asset browser and choose my ultimate procedural materials, you can see it doesn't know where the library is. And that is because we've added the new version. So I can just click on open preferences, and then right over here on file path, you can just click on the folder to relocate the materials. And then just locate to the same folder, you can go inside the new folder, and then you can click on accept. And then again, remember just to click on the save preferences, or it might be that the auto save preferences is already on. And so now we can access the new version with any new materials. So that is how you set up and use my ultimate procedural material pack. So I hope you found this helpful, and thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy the materials.